anyway. Yeah, no,
Then move
that's
on
what
with this news that came out of nowhere. And it literally was one day they have a meet, from what I can gather, they have a meeting and said they tell the students and the staff that you have, first I heard it was until August. And then it's the end of June, and now it's tomorrow. You on some try and be morally right or whatever. And I'm not saying that morally right stuff that King was talking about. Right. That's different. I'm not talking about that, because ain't no way you putting women and the kids in front of water hoses and police dogs, and they don't give a damn. Excuse me. I'm a teacher, and if I'm not teaching your children, people have a right to come and say, "Hey, look, man, you're not doing what I need you to do for my child." But you have to be involved too, right? So you can't tell me as a parent, unless you're involved, that you're not doing my child right. I need y'all to correlate this to what's going on around here as well. You can't tell me I'm not doing your child right if you're not involved in the child's life on all levels. The issue that it is now is blatant in everybody's face.
Yeah.
It's blatant in everybody's face. So we're not sitting there talking about what can we do for residents. We don't care nothing about the residents.
Never about the residents.
It's never about the residents. And the issue that people are having that I see, and they still won't let me come down to the council meeting. When I'm out of school, I'm just going to go. Be out of school in a couple weeks. I'm just going to come to one. I don't care.
See that? We live.
All right.
Yeah, we live. What's up, Cicero? Cicero on the bill.
Good afternoon, family. Good morning, family. My apologies. How y'all doing? Okay. We don't do the weather forecast like y'all girl. But don't be out there driving like y'all stupid like this summertime. Right? We had a couple of days where it warmed up and melted the snow, and we don't get real weather until late March, early April, when things become stable enough that we had. Yeah, y'all keep on hitting that like button too, because y'all be on some mess. Stop playing around. Hit that like button. But when the weather, why are we still driving like this? You clearly see that there's ice on the roads. Why are we driving like you can't see that? Jamming up on somebody's car, riding tight on somebody's car, and then if somebody have to stop, you're not able to stop because you jammed up too tight on the car. Like, that's going to make this stuff, we're going to get there quicker than what we were. No, we're not. We're not going to get there any quicker. Slow down, family. Nobody should be getting in accidents because you got to pay attention to what's going on. Good morning, family. How y'all doing? We glad y'all here with us. I had an interesting conversation with a young lady. She's 23 years old. And there's this new trend that's, of course, even more destructive in our community than almost everything else has been. And we call young men YNs, right? And we shouldn't call them that because that's destructive. Why don't you call them nephews or little nephew or whatever instead of something else? Because that would imply something else in their head other than thinking they're supposed to be out here carrying on in a manner that they do because nobody's providing any correction. But the other trend that I'm beginning to hear is that young women are called YBs. Yeah, I was in shock. 23-year-old young lady, worked behind the register, making an honest living, doing whatever things. Say you didn't. I said, no, I never heard it before. And that's a continued digression from where we're even attempting to try to go. So when we keep on telling y'all we behind and we losing, this is another instance of how we're losing. And it's our fault because we say that to them too. This is my brother. This ain't my y'all my family. Y'all ain't my niggas and whatever and all that other stuff and my B's and N's. Y'all ain't none of that. Now, did I come up in a little bit different era? Yes, I did. But it was in me anyway. And I have daughters, some that are biologically mine and some that I've adopted. And if I hear them call themselves that, I cut into them and they know I do. I don't play that. Good morning. And we can't play that. We have to stop. We have to check it every single opportunity that we get a chance to. Because it minimally, if they go over there and this whole notion that yeah, we've adopted that term and turned it into a term of endearment is insanity. And you can't give me some old weird ideological thing that it came from over here, man. Then it was turned and co-opted by the white folks during enslavement, and they turned it into something else, and then we took it back because now we call that's foolishness. The term has been destructive since it was first used, whether it was not being able to pronounce Niger correctly, or just the fact that when they understood that they got people from the Niger Delta region or from Nigeria, and then they turned it into something else. And then we continue to use it as a term of endearment and think that we took it back and we embrace it. And then, but now we're not looking at the destruction of our community, of our young people, of our older people who to get to a point that we don't care. We don't care about what happens to because it ain't got nothing to do with us. We losing. We had young people filling up the prisons, and by population, let's just be clear, because we're only 12% of the population. But the prison industrial complex was created after the removal of the chains of slavery, and we still not understanding how everything that we listen to, because good and well when we were listening to "I'm Black and I'm Proud" in the '60s, and we were listening to conscious rap in the '80s and '90s, folks they couldn't fill up jails. They couldn't fill up jails because we were too aware of what was going on. That's my point. That's what I was just saying. And it's not only just that; it's YB, right? And what I'm saying is there's no correction from anybody. And I understand that sometimes the sensitivity and softness of these young people will mean that they'll sit around there and they'll want to argue back because they are sensitive and soft, which is the reason why most of them can't fight. And I'm not condoning any physical violence or whatever, but why you think they walking around here and there's a proliferation of carrying guns? Not just in our community, but all over the place. Because they can't fight. They don't know how to. Ain't no put them up. Ain't no put on no gloves. Ain't no none of that. Ain't no. We not doing that. They don't know how to do that. Y'all hit that like button now. We only got one like so far. Y'all got to make some comments too, because when I go back and look at this later on, I might have one or two comments. The last time we had comments, it was from Miss Ty, and that was it. And there ain't nobody else making no comments or nothing. If there's some stuff I need to correct, if some stuff I slipped over, whatever, put it in, say something. Make comments too, so we can get better and better and better. See, there you go. Miss Cousin's talking about this family unit that we're losing. And the destruction of the family unit was done by design and on purpose. So therefore, the other structure that kind of picked up and started kind of raising family have been what's going on in life in the streets. Because that was all the system made sure that we had left. Not the ability to get a trade or get your high school diploma or get your GED and then turn around and do this, that, the other, whatever. It was, this is all we're going to give you. This is all you're worth. And so then when young people get and have anger, you know who they're angry at. They're not angry at each other. They're angry at the people who didn't make sure they had the same opportunities that they had when they were coming up. So who do they take it out on? You can't tell me what to do because you never helped me. You can't tell me what to do because you never guided me to do something a little different than what I had to end up doing. So how you going to tell me what to do and you never helped me do anything? You just let me struggle and let me figure it out. And then when I figured it out, you want to say it's wrong. Because we're not doing our part to help them figure it out. And we're not. We're not.
But how do we change it though?
We got to stop being scared.
I think we got to get. I think it's just the leadership in the community, and I hate to say it.
There is no leadership in the community,
and that's the point I'm trying to make.
There is no leadership in the community. You know where the leadership come from?
Yeah, I'm listening.
That means you see a young man that's trying to, hey man, I need you to come cut my grass, and I'll pay you $20. That's how you start to develop leadership.
But see, we had, I don't know, brother Elliott, man. I do try to look out there and see who trying to do. You know, I don't be want to knock nobody, but I know some of these people, like they know of me. But I don't think we have like the men and I hate to say it, like because you have. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think when we looking at leadership here. I don't know if it's drowned out by, you know what I'm saying? It's like we pay more attention to the we have to get community first because now there's no communities. Facts, Mama Quill, good morning to you. Good morning, Nikki. So tricky. Thank you for tapping in.
Yeah, y'all hit that like and share button. Stop playing around because I'm gonna be on y'all heads about that.
Yeah, it said we
only see one like. Y'all better keep on hitting that button.
And if you're on the phone side with it, all you got to do is hit your 3 buttons up there. It'll let you put a like on there.
Yeah.
Because I got 2 streams up.
Okay.
Good morning. Thank you for tapping in.
So,
see, I like what Cicero doing.
So we don't have the men we had before.
Yeah.
Just like we don't have the women we had before. And that's creating the element of not having the children that we had before. Mm-hmm. And it's not, I don't think it's that difficult. I think what the issue is that most of the time, the men that had the skills, people don't want to do that type of work. You know what I'm saying? Because some of it's work.
Yeah.
Laying concrete is not easy. I'll do it, but I don't like it.
Right.
Building a project when it's hot, you know, or whatever, just for fun, or just I want to make this or whatever. It's difficult.
All right, prayers for you, Sandra Nichols.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Go to the hospital, baby. We praying for y'all. Yeah, we praying for you, brother Ronald Morgan. We need you to come on through, bro, and get back to be more than 100% healthy. All right.
Mhm.
Um, thank you for letting us know. But when the notion of quick, fast money and the hustle
Mhm.
was introduced into our community, then the men to have these skills are were left without being, and they died. There's a whole library that died.
Mm.
I know a man, and he used to work at this another type of garage now, but if you go down South Saginaw,
Mhm.
by where the community mental health place is now, one of the branches, used to be an old Firestone store there.
Mm.
And he did woodwork.
Mm.
And I saw some of his work, and I'm like, I wanted to, learn from him
Right.
because, his stuff was elaborate, right?
Mm. Mhm.
And whenever the opportunity came, of course, stuff that happens in life. The opportunity came to try and get with him or whatever. He had ended up getting removed for his management from over there. I'll never forget his face and his name. His name is Mr. Ken. And then I found out that he, passed away. Had passed away, and he didn't. I didn't get the opportunity to learn his technique of woodwork, even though I learned a lot from my dad. But it's also the desire of, having to have the desire to want to learn stuff too, because you got people that are wanting to, young people, like, I just want to make a few dollars and I don't care how I do it. And if I get caught doing something I'm not supposed to, I'll just deal with those consequences. But again, what does Sister Kill say? We have to create community, even if it starts out as something small.
Well, but why we keep like? Because to me, what the way let me rephrase it. I think we don't be want to help each other. It seems like we be too busy trying to tear each other down. Like, say you doing something, I won't get behind you to help you. You know what I'm saying, with your cause. Instead of me trying to help you, I'll be setting little, trying to tear down behind the scenes. I think if we get out of that type of mentality, we can turn some of these things.
And it's not hard.
Yeah.
It's not hard. It's really, really easy, right? It's very
Hmm.
simple to develop hey, brother Mick, I heard you, do body work on cars. I need some work. And we don't even network that way, because
Right.
the other part of even networking that way means I have to trust you enough in order to say, hey, look, I need you to, and you got to somebody that can do this. I got this that need happening.
Mhm.
Can you got somebody to hey, jealousy and envy. You got somebody that can do that, and we have to do that, and then we have to go, and because I'm not of the ilk that says, hey man, you got a restaurant, and I'm not coming to your restaurant because I have poor service. No, you got once, maybe twice. You don't have no. After that, get out. You can't work here no more because you messing my business up. Because for us, word of mouth is how we really operate. It ain't social media.
Mm. Yeah, you're right about that.
Word of mouth is how we operate. We got good soul cafe down there. Go down there and see them. Whatever. And I ain't been in there, and I'll get over my own personal reasons.
Right.
But over at this North Flint, they got Sunday dinner. Go eat.
Mm.
One day I'm gonna go over there and get a meal. One day I'm gonna take a lunch period. I'm gonna just walk in the store. I'm gonna get over my own bullshit,
Mhm.
because some of it is personal, and I'm gonna go in the store because I can't walk this walk and
Mm.
not talk. Now, if I walked in the store and blah blah blah, and that's it, and I really don't care for what I see because it looks like a regular store, then that's my choice at that point. But if I don't even give it a chance, and we're not even giving each other a chance, and that's part of the problem. We have to give each other an opportunity. Like the young men that I say come around, they've been coming around, and every time I turn around, they shoveling snow, and it's $30 here, $40 there. Hey man, not a problem. But I want y'all to come around in the summertime when I have more things going on, and get your stuff together and come and learn some real stuff that you can be able to take with you in your life. Like if I'm making a bookcase, come over here and learn how to use the tools to make the bookcase.
I mean, we gotta start highlighting that. That's why when I go back, like I say, man, I've been, like I was telling you before we started, I've been on the trip right now, trying to get off into understanding. But that's for another day. But because I'm looking at like with every other community, they still have, you know what I'm saying? They still try to. You have to then to do like a re-education, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to go back. I think we got to get out of. I think we got enough football and basketball players. We need more scholars.
We didn't come out. I didn't mean to cut you off. My apologies.
No, I know where you're going. That's why I'm
right.
Quiet. Yeah.
You be setting me up to slide in a second. We had all of these scholarly people, and we have to remember the only two sports that we really participated in before the invention of basketball and really baseball became popular and football later on was boxing on the plantation and horse racing. We advanced our race by getting into school where they claimed that they denied us from going to get education. We advanced our race by, and I'm not saying that there wasn't decadence in our communities then, because there was, right? Where you get it from? You get it from the best teacher. So let's be real clear. But there wasn't no sagging in no pants. It was shirt and tie. It was dresses and this and that and other, and dresses and blouses and all. And once again, it's the hypersexualization of both the young men and the young women. But that's now. I'm talking about now. But up until probably the 70s, maybe 80s, definitely in the 90s after Tupac came out of prison, that's when we see the sagging for real, for real. But we advanced our race by going to NASA. Doesn't have the Mercury Redstone launch unless there's women that are there that are calculating by paper and pencil and no computers. Because Alan Shepard said, I don't trust the computers, I trust her pencil. Look at the movie Hidden Figures. I don't care what you say about computer calculations. I trust her and what she's telling me. And that's what I'm going by. And if she say we can launch, then we launch it. I don't care nothing about your computers. That's the type of scholarship that we had. We don't have, you got the light, you got the car, you got all of these inventions that everybody is taking advantage of that come from us. Every single thing. Henry Ford invented the car. No, he didn't. He got the vehicle. The only thing that Henry Ford invented was mass production. There was a paint that was created by Dr. George Washington Carver that if you made out of vegetables and vegetable matter, that if you put it on the vehicle, you cannot scratch it. I tried. The vehicle is a Model T Ford, like I think in 1927, 28, and it's in Greenfield Village, and it's green. Because, of course, plants are green. Because they only had two colors, blue and black. I went there and looked at this car, and the guard, or he wasn't a guard, I call him a guard, and that's really disrespectful and wrong. He said, I looked at the paint, I touched it. You ain't supposed to touch that. Oh, my fault. I'm a scientist. How did this paint get like this? And he told me because I didn't read the plaque because I was just all kind of excited about the car, and I only see one like, and I definitely want to hear comments later on. But he was like, "Man, that paint is made so that it can't get scratched." Huh? Oh, I got to figure that. Ain't no way this paint can't get scratched. All paint gets scratched. He said, "No, that paint don't get scratched. You can't scratch that paint." This is our genius, though. But now, of course, what do you got to turn it into? You got to turn it into entertainment. You got to turn it into rapping. You got to turn it into football and basketball because then that way you not only do you turn them away from the creation of the genius that we already have within us, but you can also pull those resources out of our community too. There's a woman in Nigeria who's a billionaire who's taking old tires and making roofing shingles out of them. And then she's taking those tires and helping pave roads with them, those remnants of tires, and helping pave roads with them. She's asking for some of the other countries to send their tires to her so she can reprocess and remanufacture them to help build roads. There's a young man around here who's taking plastic, right? Like this type of plastic, all right? And he's turning it into gasoline because guess what? This is a byproduct of petroleum extraction anyway. When they turn the gas and the oil from this is it. So you're just reversing the process and then turn it into like a diesel fuel. Yeah, but supposed to be. And guess what? You see him doing anything? No. And good morning, Miss Deborah. So even if we start our community small with a few people doing something, I don't care if you start a garden or whatever, have them come over and help you with the garden. It don't matter. It shouldn't matter. Something is better than nothing. But we also have to trust them. It's like when them three, four little brothers come over, I trust them to come on, hey man, we're gonna do this and we got you. No problem. Like I told them, come over in the summertime. Y'all can help me, and I'm gonna get you some skills. I might even, if I had the money, buy my small toolbox with some tools in it. Here you go. It's part of your gift for now. I go fix stuff. There's always a latent genius in everyone. But some people, oh, well, you think you smart. We had that same insane, well, you think you smart. Hell yes, I am. I'm working with one of the a brother that I know to run electrical wire into my garage so I can turn it into a workshop. I don't mess with electricity, ladies and gentlemen.
Me neither.
I don't do that. Now I run the wire. I don't have no problem with that. So I did, and I'm about 3/4 of the way done. Then this one, I was like, "Why am I finishing? No, this your job, bro. You getting paid? I ain't getting paid for this. You got to finish it. I'm gonna let him finish the last part, but it's almost right up to the box,
For sure.
right? Only thing he got to do is finish the last part, run that out, hook the box up, and then we in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that shit. I'm not plugging in nothing. Turn the power off to the house. Do the last part. Turn all the power. Now knowing them, some people they so bad with it that they'll keep the power on.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not. Nope. If I got to change the light socket, I'm turning the power off to the house. I got to change the light switch. Nope, I'm not doing that. I'm turning the power off to the house. The whole house, not part of the house. I just bought one of those things that you can plug in and figure out what switch. I don't care. I'm turning the power off anyway. To the whole house.
Mm.
I don't care. You got some people that, man, I just look. No, I'm straight.
Mm.
But building community means, and you all are here, and everybody that's here. I'm not sure how many people here that live in the area. You all are here because you trust that I'm not going, even though I'll be playful, but you trust I'm not going to give you the best truth that I know how. I'm not going to be on no BS. And y'all still we only got one like. And we only got one like. Somebody give us some more likes. We get 17 people watching, but one like. But we have to learn how to start to trust each other again. We have to learn that, hey, look, and some people are receptive to, to wanting to do something different. And I truly, now I could be wrong, but I truly kind of believe that people are kind of open to wanting to do something different with their life than the same old thing. Now that same old thing is that other thing is a hustle, but where's it end up at? The hustle ends up costing more. Or young people that don't know how to have a relationship, and it's often caustic, toxic, and violent because you don't know how to have a relationship. Why not? Because where do they get their relationships from? Where do they see that a relationship is supposed to look like?
Home.
Right. See. Miss Cousins say she shared an article about classes being offered at a few schools and at Four Mile Nature Preserve over there up in Genesee. That's for 5 to 13. Yeah, that's a little young. I'm not having 5-year-olds spray paint. Get out of here. Go spray paint a box and learn how to use a spray can, but that's about it. That is young. Because you really don't know what you're doing at 5 years old. I'm not saying they're not exceptions, but at 5 years old, are you really going to be able to take a tire off? Are you really going to be able to pull a dent out? No, you're not. You're not strong enough. That don't mean you can't get the concept though. But those are things that used to take place in our neighborhoods and don't anymore. Because what if I'm not home and something happened, or what if the folks come over here, or even the thinking that we have now that we can walk around here and I can look at this young brother or young sister may look at me like I'm a target. See that, and we have to change that mindset too. We have to change that. We can't sit around here and each and every one of us, and those of us that are not here, talking about how much we love God, but then don't act like it. Now, am I saying go on and get your brains blown out, or get robbed, or get beat up? And I'm not saying that. You know good and well I'm not talking about that. But you also have to give people an opportunity to show you them who they are. I know. What would it look? What it's insane to keep saying that our young men are YNs. And now our young women are YBs. So these are what we're talking about. It's going to be having children. So what are you going to do about that? And those very same children are going to be the ones that come to school that you teach. And yes, we know that there are some children that have some things that are going on in their lives or whatever. I just had an incident with a young man little second grader, and he was just being destructive in my classroom for no reason other than he was just for something happened and he just went off. And then he tried to kick me, and I had to be very nice, but not very nice. I told him, if you kick me or hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. And he looked at me and he said, "Go ahead." And he thought 17,000 times before he decided that he put his foot down. Because I told him, I'm not playing with you. That don't mean I'm not saying, hey, come on, you can't come to my class no more. No, come on back. But if you act up again, I'm gonna put you out again. Because there's a consequence for what you did. But we're not even affording people the idea. Do you know how many times you walk by somebody and know they look away or look down and don't even give the opportunity to speak? And what I do it on purpose. Hey, bro, how you doing? Hey, sister, how you doing today? They look kind of funny because they don't know me, or they might know me, or maybe we haven't seen each other in a long time, but I speak anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And you talk to them anyway. And I definitely wait to, I love going to the store, and my kids hate this. I love going to the store and I find somebody that will look away and walk away on purpose, and I walk right in front of them and bump them or bump into them. Hey man, what's going on? I ain't seen you in a while. Oh, my brother, I ain't seen you. Yes, you did. But that's okay. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's you. We have to start rebuilding community again. It starts with family. I told my daughter that her son, when the summertime comes, he's just gonna bring some clothes and he's gonna hang with me all summer. Gonna learn how to do some stuff. We'll still do this and go have some fun or whatever and this, but no, you're gonna learn how to do some stuff. Just so that you know how to do them. And we don't do call a plumber. No, for what? I'm not calling no plumber unless it's something I don't know how to do or I can't do. Y'all call a plumber. Other than that, put a toilet in, put a sink in, no problem. I got that, easy work. Because I was taught those things. You're gonna have a house one day, you got to figure out how to do it. Even if you got a landlord, okay, cool. Learn how to do some stuff, and then tell the landlord I had to buy. Come on. Then you got kids around, come and watch. Instead of playing video games and not know how to do nothing. Because then where does that get our children? Where does that leave? Then they know they know nothing. Build something and share it with somebody.
It's in us to make things. We gotta harness it.
That's it. And that's really it. It's been in us to make. You got pyramids that are 10, 15, 20, 35,000 years old. You mean to tell me there wasn't no aliens that made that for y'all that want to be on that weird shit? No. We did that. The lights, the electricity, all of that stuff. We did all of that. See, now we got something else. And this is the stuff that needs to be shared to everyone. I had a young man that works for a company, and I taught him over at Job Corps. And I told him, don't lose your job. Don't quit your job. We'll keep on learning all that you can about the plumbing trade, and then eventually start doing little jobs on your own. And when I need a job, I'm going to call you on. I got to do some work over my brother's house. Come on, man. I'm going to see you work. I want to see you work. We're going to put in a new toilet, put in a bathroom faucet and sink, and then do something in the kitchen, change that out. Here, go to work. Now, can I do it? Sure. But why would I not give an opportunity to somebody who can? And guess what else I can do? I can tell him how to do it.
Mm.
That may not where he's working at, but I can tell him how to do it. And then now he's got a skill for real. Can I do it? Sure. But he's already in the trade, so why not let him go on and make some money? But we can't be afraid. Now, there's going to be some people that are not where we are as in our mindset, not where we are when we thinking and how we're thinking. That's okay. But there are some people, young people that are, and they want to learn and they want to know and they want family. One of the young men I'm talking about got one got a baby coming, another one got a baby here. So you behind the not oh you behind all the 8 balls on the pool table. So you need as much help as you can get. Because a lot of times, Miss D, folks want to make the money fast instead of putting the time in. Ain't no way I'm gonna be a journeyman electrician. And look, I might need her because be a journeyman electrician and walk away from it. That don't make That's money. That's walking cash she walked away from. I mean, why is it hard? Yeah, of course. And you're gonna have some BS inside to the unions because that they want to keep it exclusive.
Mhm.
Man, she don't want to wear a tube belt around her waist her whole life. You ain't got to start a small company and let people work for you. Train them up.
Mm.
That's see, that's what I'm talking about. You start a small company, train them up, let
Mhm.
them work for you, and then you walk around here as a woman electrician, and you know what you're doing.
Mm.
Yeah, no, she blew it. Ah, well, yeah, but she still should have went on and got finished her journeyman, got that, and then she could walk somewhere, work, go somewhere else. And I only see one like y'all. Come on now.
Mhm.
So those are just a couple of simple solutions to changing our problem. If we don't have community, how do we change that? We have to build it. We have to rebuild it. See? Oh, your daughter was on some bullshit. Not being disrespectful, but if she did all of that, there's no way that she couldn't have turned what she was doing. She bought a house, got a car, all this other stuff, and then you can turn that into at 19. Come on now, don't. No, she was on some bullshit. We have to work at changing the narrative of what community is and how we operate in the community. Hey man, no, you can't do that here. No, man, I don't want to hear you say that because that's not what you are.
Mm.
No, sweet, don't call yourself that because you're sitting there watching them and you're not even like that. But there's something else in you. And those words of encouragement change a lot. Mm. See? Mm. Those words, those simple words of encouragement change a lot and they mean a lot. And we have to keep doing it. We have to keep doing it. Is it going to be everybody? No, because some people just got in their mind that they want to do this other thing, and that's okay for them. But just understand, if you come over here, you got something different you got to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to stand on that too. No, we have to stand on that too. So I'm gonna love you, but I can love you enough to leave you alone too.
Mm. We got a lot of stuff to do. It seems like we didn't let years of it go without it being checked.
Absolutely.
And this is like the end result.
Yeah,
you know
definitely.
what I'm saying? Because it ain't like parenting just started in the last 20 years.
No.
See, we allow it. We allow certain things to go down, and we didn't catch it. Our community didn't catch it because look where it's at.
Well, our community was attacked as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have to be very clear that the war on drugs was an attack on the Black community. The war on poverty is an attack on the Black community. Integration was an attack on the Black community. And when we were able to leave and move and do different things like that, when we were able to leave and move and do different things like that, what the predominant community and society in this country was very clear that there was a drain on our resources.
Mm-hmm.
I can move out here, build me a $200,000 house, a $5 million house over here, but yet I used to live over here up a Rankin. I'm not saying don't, but why not buy the block with that same $5 million and build the block up? And there's some brothers out there doing that. And then that way you can control what's going on where you grew up at.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm reading this one too.
Yeah.
I was looking at that.
Yeah. But you know what? There used to be a brother that lived on Mackin Road that used to do that. Take bikes and fix them up, and he got a couple bikes from me. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know it's another old guy when I used to be riding my bikes all the time, right
on Mackin Road.
Yeah, but it's another one because his daughter used to play for Northern. What is that? Dewey Street.
Yep. Him too.
Old man,
old man.
Yeah,
old man. And he would he go over there, he'll fix your bike or whatever. Or if that bike, your bike was raggedy, here, give me that bike, you take this one. Yeah, that him.
Turned me on too.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's good for what's going on out there.
Right.
But that's not our community. But we have people doing stuff here in our community too. I know a couple, man. I'd use this lawnmower until I swear to God, literally the motor and the body just came apart. I got this lawnmower from them for like $25.
Right.
Because they all retired GM electrical dudes, right?
Yeah.
And engineers. What are we doing? They just tinkering here, making the lawnmower working.
Mm-hmm.
How much you want for it? Give me $25. Huh?
Right.
$300-$400 lawnmower for $25. Man,
yeah.
I finally had to give it away when I couldn't tape up the body no more to hold it together. But that's community.
Yeah, you need that.
And we need that. Small engine repair, instead of taking it up somewhere else, hey man, you just need to open the carburetor up a little bit, give me $10.
Well, how do we get that back into our school? Because we had that in the school system.
We had it, and it was taken out to drain the resources. Because most of us are tinkerers. I'm gonna say this again. I'm running electrical wire for something I don't know. That's not my thing. I teach and read, but that don't mean I don't like to do stuff. Right. I like to build stuff. Now, am I gonna plug it into the box? Absolutely not.
Facts.
But the other part, I got it.
Facts. I'm looking at what Concrete Jungle said. He said, I had a professor who taught Black humanities who did just that. When I was a mail carrier, I was astonished and amazed that I was delivering on a block that she purchased for the community.
See?
But see, we get so when we get money, we get taught to move away.
We get taught. Not only do we get taught to move away, we desire to move away.
Facts.
Because somebody else's ice is colder. You was getting ready to say it. Go ahead on. No, I'm gonna let you say it. No, say it, bro. You gotta say it.
No, yeah, because we thought the ice was colder than the ice. And that's what you see now. Why you think when everybody they get their money, what's the first thing they do?
Move.
Yeah.
Move.
Yeah.
They get up on out of there.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even make sense for what? What you move for?
Right.
Oh, it's a better opportunity. You know how much it is? Okay. I would rather keep my home and be able to fly to opportunities than to sell my home, start all over again, and I'm gonna build me a $500,000 to $1 million house. Meanwhile, plane tickets don't cost me but maybe $400, $450, and I can go wherever I want to,
right?
When I want to.
Facts.
Hey, is it inconvenient to go back and forth? Yeah, but $1 million, and then I got to pay interest on top of that. Unless you got $1 million cash, and then you got the question like how you get $1 million cash, or go down and play someplace and stay for a long period of time, stay for a month or two. We was waiting on you, Miss Tia, because we're getting ready to start book in a minute.
She knew her job.
See, right. And knowing and that's a beautiful thing. But the other part about that is, but you just quit 3 times for what? You quit the electrical place where you could have been sitting on hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars.
I'm looking at Mark Hutchinson. Right, the trades were taken. If you have a trade, you will eat every day of your life.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, but it's a reason they did that purposely. Why they took that out.
Yeah, absolutely true as well.
Yeah, and we got to get back. But like I say, we got to get real leadership. And I ain't saying it ain't here, but we got to find it.
Well, and the leadership is not from church. The leadership, even though you got people in the church who can. I rewired the whole church. What? Yeah, no, yeah, this was church. I rewired the whole church. Yeah. But we don't seek them out because we're looking for more instant gratification than we are looking for somebody who can say, you know what, young man, I can sit here and I'm gonna teach you how to do this. And yeah, I don't want to do it. I'm gonna go get the money quick. We still in the hustle mode.
Yeah, because we glorify the gangsters, we glorify the pimps. We glorify all the things that hurt the community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's by that's a plot though. That's purposely did when you see. Just think about it. And I ain't trying to not, but if you watch a lot of the black shows,
they
either drug dealing, scheming, or partying.
Yep, that's it. Because that's how they want us to be perceived. It's propaganda.
Yeah.
You're not going to sit around here and talk about this brother here who is starting a small media company. And how can I do the same thing?
Yeah.
It ain't like they ain't getting on there the social media, Snapchat, and they made a bunch of content or whatever. They say whether it's goofy or not.
Right.
And haven't done that. Yeah, no, she walked away from 7 figures, man. For real. That's crazy. But you know what? Let me say this too. Sometimes we are afraid to be successful.
I can agree with that.
Sometimes we're afraid to be successful. I bought a house. I got 17,000 cars or whatever, and I got all of this, and that no. It's not successful enough, or I'm too afraid of what if somebody sell me out or whatever, or do this or that, or if I lose it all.
Oh, you get called a sellout.
Or we get called a sellout.
Yeah, because we look, and I think a lot of times, man, we got so many things that we didn't let for so long to just hold us back,
Yeah.
and like that we be scared to step out to go because we be looking, we gonna be judged. You're gonna be judged whether you succeed or fail.
Oh, you a failure. We told you not to try it.
Yeah.
Or how about, hey, look, try it, but I want you to look at these other angles as well.
Facts.
Now I got your back. I'm gonna support you.
Yeah.
But go ahead on and but you got to look out for this. You got to look about these other people. I'm not saying that in order for you not to go do. What I'm saying is that these are things you got to look at and they're realistic. But we don't even want to do that. What we want to do is say, well, it's better that you don't even try it than to try it. Because if you fail, then what?
You yeah. Fail to just that you don't stop.
No.
You keep going until you get it right.
So you keep on. It ain't no plan C.
Yeah.
Ain't no plan D, E, F.
We gotta go
and that's the other thing.
Right.
Is we always want to say, what's your plan if that don't work? There ain't no plan if that don't work.
You gotta have a determined mind to make it work.
But that part right there. And the reason why most people fail is because of the lack of discipline and determination in order to make it happen.
Gotta have a determined you can you can will it to its existence.
That's it.
You just gotta have a determined mind.
That's it. You didn't start this company. And I know that you have people that say, you know what? I don't know if it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Well, okay, fine. I'm gonna show your ass better than I can tell you. We don't do that no more. Oh man, you said I couldn't make it. So you know what, Jeffrey? I gonna quit because you said I couldn't make it. It was always a challenge. And I don't understand the reason why we have this. We don't have the mindset that we used to have.
Yeah.
You told me I couldn't make it? Cool, no problem.
Yeah, we don't take the challenge.
It's not that we don't take it as a challenge.
Yeah.
We take it as you don't believe in me, and you said, but that's how soft we are. That's how soft we are. Tell me, I can't do it. Oh, okay. Now, even with me with this project, I don't know anything about hooking up the whatever to the wires to the junction box and this and that and other and all this other stuff. But I don't have no issue with learning. Am I going to do it? Hell no.
Right.
I'm not doing that.
Right.
That's the reason why I hired you. Even if we turn the power off to the house, still not doing it.
I feel you.
And you better know what you're doing.
Right.
I don't want to hear nothing else. You better know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, if you don't know what you're doing, it's going to be a problem. But if you know what you're doing, we good. So make it do what it do because that's your job. Right. That's what you're good at. But I can do this part. I don't have no issue with doing this part.
Right. Now, if once we can clean up, why do you think they dump so much drugs in the inner cities?
Because you want to destroy the black family.
Why? You know what I'm saying?
Why you destroy the black family, then you have another captive audience. You put them back on a plantation. It's called a prison.
Yeah. And they don't care about who get caught up in it.
No, not at all.
Meaning, because when and that's what I'm saying, when you can go create, like I say, man, and you know what's more addictive than crack and heroin? Sugar.
Look, I'm telling you.
It's in every community, in every store.
Yeah, but it's definitely more the school breakfast.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's trash.
Yeah.
School lunch.
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah.
They feed our children the least nutritious food for breakfast and lunch. Least nutritious.
Yeah.
At least. Sometimes it's cold. You can't heat it up because if somebody get burned and there's this issue with it, the fact that they may sue because you heated my food up, and if it's you get it how you get it, and either you eat it or you don't. So therefore, I might be hungry because it was cold and I didn't want to eat no cold waffle.
Facts.
and you won't heat it up, and then now I'm hungry, and then I'm mad because I'm hungry. Now I don't want to learn. It's all done by design.
Yeah,
It's all about destroying a community that you formerly owned, and we don't understand that. I don't understand how come we don't understand it. As scholarly, learned people, how is it that we don't understand that?
Because listen, brother, I'm watching the school board president. I'm watching like just social media game. I'm just watching them how they and I'm not saying she like is anything being said, but what I'm seeing more of this what I got, this what I'm doing. Not your work showing with the community, like how you'd improve the community. I'm just not knocking her. I'm saying from the vice president to the trustees to the chair. I'm just looking at where we really being like you're not getting the best. And I'm not saying these people couldn't be better. But you got people who just want titles, and I think, and that's what's going on. We making a generation of I'm gonna get mine, you better get yours. And if you get mine, I'll let you be in this little so-called fake clique that we got.
And it's a fake clique because you don't have no power.
But
you're not controlling the money.
But they don't know that.
You're not controlling money. You're not controlling the resources.
Right.
And you're a mouthpiece. Somebody is puppeteering you.
Yeah, but see, and that's the thing. They think don't nobody know that.
That's because people are used to hearing Pomp and Circumstance.
Yeah.
You hear it every Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. And they think ain't nobody paying attention. That's why I'll be like, don't get it twisted. Sometimes I'll be like, man, why am I even, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, why am I going through this?
Right.
And it's like, you can see it. I don't care how many times them families come down there and beg, because that's basically what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
When you going, you begging.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I gotta beg for the school system to do right by my child?
Right.
Why we gotta sit up here and beg and say why all this select the skilled trades, all this took out our school system?
So then we have this morning right now, everybody's got their doors open and never helped anybody when we had that cold period.
Mm-hmm.
So how come with all of the talent that's inside of those four walls today, that ain't nobody's rock? So yes, that was a little short jab. There are people inside that can say, hey, look, I want a room and we're going to bring an engine in here and we're going to learn how to tear it down. I'm doing that in my garage right now. Even I'm doing a couple of things. My garage is a mess. But I don't know what I'm doing, but with the right tools, I can take it apart.
Right.
Can I put it back together again? Well, I took probably not, but I'll keep messing with it until I get it back together again.
Right.
I got skills I want to give somebody.
Yeah.
But it ain't about me making no money either.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. See, we don't create stuff like that. Like our learning centers. Like I go back this to Latinx. I'm not mad at Latinx what they building over there. I'm mad at we ain't got a black X.
But here's the thing. I formerly owned you, and we quote unquote gave you the same opportunities as everybody else because we gave you affirmative action. We gave you this, and you all didn't take advantage of it. So why would you not? Why would I give you an opportunity to have your own community thing?
Yeah, well, you got to show them you not them. The ones that's just coming through there doing for themselves. Because that's what really we getting judged on by a handful that they want to act like represent the whole 12%.
That's it. That's exactly what it is. But they done that by design.
Yeah. You got, like I say, maybe 1% that they acting like that's like the whole 14% of our population. Yep. Like Oprah don't speak for us. Michael Jordan don't speak for us. You know what I'm saying?
But they'll say in their propaganda that these are your leaders.
Yeah.
What did Malcolm say? You put the microphone in front of somebody that you're paying to tell the world what it is that you want them to say.
Right.
But you're paying them.
No, that's no different when you saw Gretchen Whitmer ran to the Breakfast Club to push this thing on Flint at the Flint water crisis.
But why would you go all the way there and she could have come here?
Yeah.
You're not gonna get the same result there
No,
as you get
because
here.
she want the rest of the world. She want the rest of the United States, the other 49 states, to say, hey, they lying there. But who did she go to? She went to who they feel was, popular amongst the black urban.
Mm-hmm. And he's not.
But they don't. But see, that ain't how they looking. They looking at it like, because they be seen by millions of people. They go on by the name Charlemagne. He done got this deal with Netflix, 200 million.
Now who's paying him? So now you didn't make the move before he was an independent. And now that he's getting paid by another entity, now you want to go run to him because now he can't say the same thing that it might have been controversial before. He can't say it no more because of where you getting your money from.
Oh, no, facts. He's a straight up Democratic shield. All you gotta do is go look when he was telling, open the government back up. You just gotta do what you gotta do. Charlemagne wasn't worrying about if he was gonna be able to get some SNAP benefits.
Right.
He not worrying about if he go to the doctor. He got the money to pay to go.
That's it.
See, when you got people who got money to speaking for you, they don't know your pain. And then Charlemagne been so removed from the inner city. It's just in name only. They call him urban. He urban.
Right.
If you go look at the people he dealing with, Charlemagne not dealing with broke people.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Even the ones he giving these deals to, they're not in a situation like they making 40 or 50,000 a year.
Right.
They don't understand them pains no more. What he probably did 20 years ago, you're not dealing with that same person. You're dealing with a corporate person.
Right. And that you just said it. That's the key word.
Yeah.
He's corporate now.
Yeah.
And because he's corporate, we're going to dictate to you what it is that you're going to say.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't Whitmer go there before? Why wouldn't she come here?
Yeah.
Because it's a different. We ain't the last Flint community meeting that we went to. We didn't see that same senator show up.
Nah, they're probably showing up. Let me say in April or May because it's election.
It's almost
season.
election. But guess what? Guess who's gonna be there?
Who? Oh yeah, most definitely.
And guess what? They're gonna get questions too.
Yeah, but we can't record no more.
That was crazy.
But see and listen, brother, this how I know they be watching on stuff that we do because there's always rules being made
all the time. They change the rules.
Yeah.
Now you can't record what's it. That's okay. We'll just keep it on.
Yeah.
We'll record it we'll record it, voice.
Yeah.
Instead of recording it digitally so they can't say nothing.
And that's why I be feeling like even with that group and no disrespect, and I got nothing but shout out to Cameron Lewis, but that's what I be meaning. Even them who put that together. Because, I get that, we don't have to do it. You don't have to do a lot of things. But if you really trying to inform the community, you would do what's necessary.
Right. You want to inform the community.
Because I do hear people, well, we don't get paid to do this. Listen, when you doing something for the community, you shouldn't have to get paid.
No.
But especially when you setting policies, see, this the thing with that Flint Neighborhood United. A lot of them is nonprofits.
Mm-hmm.
Let's don't get it twisted.
So, but they getting some money somewhere to do
facts, and that's the thing. And they should be able to see, even when, like I said, at the couple meetings I went to, I still see where it's a disconnect. Even though they say Flint Neighborhood United, but I really see the disconnect from the real people, and then will be called the sheep. Then looking at when you in the wolf, you were in them rooms, them the wolves.
Nobody know about shepherds.
I look at wolves because they eating.
That's true, especially
you know what I'm saying.
Profit. So
yeah, they eating.
You know what I'm saying. And what improvements have we seen in the communities that you are supposed to represent?
Thank you. Like what we didn't have there, we didn't have the school board people, the president,
which is a joke.
The chair, yeah, we didn't have them there. We didn't have people from the mayor office.
Joke.
You know what I'm saying? Even it's so crazy when you see even the people who there when there's like, I ain't gonna like the one fella did speak up when he said they need to go take on how to be counsel. I'm not saying the word verbatim. Right. He was like, because they know that. To me, they see it's all a game. It's a game. And it's like that and it's like they can constantly say, poor righteous teacher. Thank you, Concrete Jungle, with the $9.99 for the poor righteous teachers.
Right.
The 5%.
Right, that part. Hey, then we got to split it in half, and they be $4.99
for sure. We have to do. We have to do so much in our community, but it's being ran over and hamstrung by guess what, us.
Well, but because they know how. Again, you put people in charge to make it look like you're doing something and look like you've made it. So therefore, you take the momentum out of a real movement that says, instead of you doing, we need to do this. I'm here telling you we're doing this, but we're really not. Because you don't hold no, your voice holds no power. Because you got no resources behind it.
Facts. And that's what we look at.
That's what untrained people look at.
Yeah. No doubt. Because that's why you see, why you think when these politicians come in, and why you think them preachers welcome them into their church?
Yeah, because they getting something for it.
Right. They no different than the person if you see when they be saying, you know what I'm saying, when you see the bag man come in. That's what them pastors see when they see politicians coming. Oh, election time. I can get my money up.
Not only I can get my money up, but I'm not doing anything for the community.
Oh, they ain't gonna push. They gonna listen. Ain't none of them pastors gonna hold none of these politicians feet to the wall. I mean, feet to fire about this water.
Because if you can't, how can you?
Yeah,
they're not doing it themselves in their own community, let alone politicians.
Yeah, because you think any of them gonna say, "Hey, the two that's running for governor, what the three, maybe the four who running." But the names we know, Sheriff Swanson and former Mayor Detroit Dugan. You think any of them pastors gonna be pressing them about water? You know what I'm saying? If they become the governors of Michigan, you think it, and not just them just the names I can think of, the most popular.
Right. Hold on.
Yep.
Hey, I'm gonna call you back in a few minutes. What's up, baby? I'll call you back in a few minutes.
I'm muted this. And I'm looking at with Denise Cousins, the GISD program that is hiring prayer educators as electrical class as one offer.
Right. So they also used to have auto mechanics, and they have over there now nursing where people can get their CNA, things like that. You know, but it used to be a hard trade area over there. It was a hard trade like electrical, carpentry, auto mechanics over there. No, I didn't see that.
And overseer the city, man. Nah, he probably would have lost it.
No, yeah, we'd have had a very different discussion this morning than we would have if I'd have seen that. But if you send it to me so we could be ready for Tuesday or next Sunday.
Oh yeah, I want to kind of go off. We know what, because we need to do 2 hours, man. I want to do 2 hours on that.
Let's see if we can do it.
We're gonna have to do 2 hours.
That's okay. We got to maybe next Sunday, even though I'll be out of town. Maybe next Sunday we could do 2 hours.
Right.
Yeah, we'll do 2 hours because I have my computer. You know that I don't travel without it.
I want to.
So y'all got to send me these people. Don't get on Uncle Mick because he don't be sending me these other podcasts that y'all be on. Or he can, just show him or put up stuff. And Charlie the Doof, I think you mentioned him before.
Yeah, Charlie the Doof,
yeah. Yeah. But everything cool? Yeah. And even though the school system was responsible at one time for having, because there was one time not only you had home ec, you also had, which was an extension of what was going on at home. You also had driver's ed. You don't have these other companies out here. I took driver's ed at school. I remember the teacher name was Miss Hadley. and she knew what she was doing. I remember who was my home ec teacher. I remember her name, but I remember her face. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
just got rid of one of the last projects that my mom and sister had kept forever, but it was all beat up and whatnot and everything. So I finally just threw it away earlier this year.
I'm gonna send it to you. Hey,
Yeah,
Deborah, send it to me in my inbox, and I send it. I send it to brother Elliott. Now he been going on, man. Dude, listen, Winston got this A10 group in different places now. We in a lot of.
good.
I mean, we in a lot of these conservative spots.
Right.
When I tell you how they be going at Gretchen Whitmer and
That's the reason why
saying,
she ain't running the next for another term
no,
because
she done.
yeah. Oh, 2 terms.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right. Two
she
terms.
done. They think they saying she might run for 28 for president.
President.
Yeah, that's what they saying she might be running. Man, if you see some of the stuff she putting down, and I'm like, when I'm looking at it, but I look at it like they allowing her to do it
That part.
on a lot of this stuff that's going on. It's Republicans and Democrats. Like they got the Republicans got both houses right now in Michigan. It's a
Right.
lot of the stuff they can do, but a lot of the stuff they in business too. They not gonna cut.
No, but because the one thing that we've noticed about the Democratic Party will give African people in America social programs
Right.
and other people of color social programs. The Democratic group will give you no, I say that right? Democrats will give you social programs. Meanwhile, Republicans will cut your money. But they're gonna give you social programs. They're not gonna give you nothing where you can make wide scale, large scale changes.
Yeah.
And the other thing about pastors, if they become, there's no way you can say you got, and I'm gonna use the old school concerned pastors, not these new ones, because I have no clue who these guys are, even though I know some of the people.
I just sent it to you, Elliot.
Okay, that you have concerns that you're not addressing,
Mm-hmm.
but you want to get on a social media post and address how things should be. Well, do you understand the reason why people upset in the first place? And if you don't, then definitely don't get on there and tell people what they should be concerned about.
Right.
See, that's part of the problem that we have in our community is a lack of knowing. And if you have a lack of knowing, then of course you're also going to have a lack of doing. Now, I told there's a few people on here, and I said it again. I'm going to get the paperwork just so I can see who the players are. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm going to run, but I'm going to rattle some cages. We're going to rattle some cages. I don't know if that's going to affect what we do here because I'm not going to give this away for that because I'm not interested in playing no games with people who are not talking about changing the community. So I'm going to still have to think that through, whether it's worth doing that as compared to doing what we're doing now.
Right. And I get why you probably don't want to mess with the politics. I get it.
Yeah, because I'm not.
I get
you
it.
can't. You're not gonna bend me to that bullshit. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like I said, y'all was dogging Mr. Mays out. That's my brother. Y'all dogging him out because of some things that he did in his personal life.
Right.
You don't have that on me.
Right.
So you can't bring that. And I'm a learned person. So I don't care. Oh, I got a doctorate. I don't give a shit about your doctorate. Right. Your doctorate ain't doing anything to help heal the community, then it don't matter. Because I'm going to always bring that up. How are you helping the community out? How are you helping? How is what you're doing and your position helping the community? Right. And if it's not, then I think you need to move.
No, that's a fact. And that's why I see, that's why, because when I look at, even though I see promising people who I think, but what I do know, I know the system. See, I noticed,
Okay.
Listen, and a lot of people might have didn't understand what I was saying about Dennis Pfeiffer when I said, and I was giving him a shout out, when you got to understand what you got to know what you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what nobody say. We've been studied.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about the black man and women here in America.
Absolutely.
We've been studied.
Yeah.
And if you don't think when a person knew, don't you know when a person knew, he had the common sense to know, like, damn, don't get it twisted. We are people who they know.
Like
And this ain't no shot
intimately.
of nothing. I'm just stating a fact. He knew if he had Liddell stripped on how she was gonna act.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you knew who she was before that.
Right. See, we be up in emotions when you gotta understand science on certain things. That this is you might be getting off. He
No, go ahead
understood.
on, brother.
Yeah, he understood because this and not saying he you know what I'm saying. You gotta study your opponent.
There's an African proverb that says, "Hold your friends close and your enemies closer."
And one thing when you deal with greedy people, what you think was gonna happen? Because she was boasting that title. I'm the president. I'm Dr. Liddell. See, when you strip a person down, you get to see who they really is. And that's what I'm thinking. See, a lot of us didn't understand that we was looking at, well, we wanted this person. It wasn't that. It just he looked at even from looking at Candace's standpoint. That's why I was saying the voters better look and see what it was. She sold out her own crew. Because she wanted that presidency.
Yep.
Show you she couldn't even sell it to Liddell where she didn't have to go on the outside. That's why I said he did his study on Candace. Dennis did. Set up, looked at her. She doing everything. He ain't even got to do nothing. She fighting his battle now.
All he did was put it in her plate.
Yeah.
So she acquiesced to the oppressor.
Yeah. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Right.
He let her go ahead. You want this presidency? I know Liddell don't want to. Hey, listen, you do this, you give me Jonathan, I will go ahead. But see, because listen, don't you think don't you know Dennis sat up there and watched these people sit up here and wanted to cut corners and did everything?
Here's the thing. The council's job, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, any and everybody, the council's job is supposed to be to say, we're in communication with the mayor, and the mayor says, this is my plan for the city. How can we implement with each ward, or how can the council person from 1 implement this plan, 2 all the way to 9, right? And here's the resources to make that happen. Now, we know you're going to take a little bit of cream from the top. But how can you make sure that the rest of the butter gets spread so that we have an upliftment in the community? To me, that's very simple.
But it supposed to go. But see, yeah, it do, but it wasn't rolling like that. That's how you seen the mayor had 5. Just think about it. Mays ain't get none. He didn't get none of the stuff done. This is how the mayor played Mays until he passed.
Once he passed all that stuff,
when Leon came into the seat,
right,
the work was already on to be done. But then it looked like
Leon
getting the work done. And that's where, you know what I'm saying? And that's what really went down. Why you think Liddell's so mad now? That's why I said when Dennis looked at it, he just sitting back like, okay, let me see this like this. Okay, you want this presidency. Why you think Liddell got mad when she didn't get her 30,000? When she want this one, all this stuff really went to going haywire. You got to see who was greedy. You got to see a little tink in the armor now. She couldn't get her 30,000. When you look at
they made this about money instead of about people.
You didn't know that?
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, because listen, if you'd have watched that council when she went to pranking all this stuff, that's why I said the mayor gonna wish he would have just gave her 30,000 to keep her quiet. Because she like,
what's 30,000 gonna do?
Because it's campaign, this probably get stuff did. Remember they gave him 30,000 last time.
But what's $30,000 gonna do when you have a group of people that are hurting that you're supposed to represent?
Well, she probably could have did some things with it. You know, ain't that many people voting. So the ones
that's also
who do
part of the problem.
Yeah, and so all she got to do is wine and dine, maybe like maybe a certain segment that she know gonna get out and vote, do little things for them. And you can throw a porch fest, you can throw something at Cyrus Park one day, and people will be like doing the work. You see what I'm saying? Like They do little certain things. It ain't like no different than the mayor.
Back in the day, knock on the door like it
Yeah.
used to be, so you can meet
Yeah.
who I am.
What you think the mayor finna do? We finna have so many parties this year. You gonna see the 4th of July. You might have he might shoot fireworks every day from July. Just think about
To
it.
November.
Yeah, just think about it. You got Juneteenth coming up. Let's be honest.
I told you what happened when I saw him over at Brennan. He didn't speak. Normally he'd speak.
Because you came on 18. That's what I'm telling you. You came over here. Listen, man. Listen.
Well, what's the problem? And see, this is another, and you mentioned this before. We have an issue with people being honest and truthful.
Yeah, we do.
Lie to me.
Because the lie is better.
The lie makes me feel better.
Yeah.
But if you tell me the truth, then, I don't want to hear the truth.
Why do people go to church every Sunday?
To get lied to.
Okay. They go, the preacher go in there, tell them this going to happen, contrary to what the book say. And then they come back out. And they come right back out into madness. Just think about it. They come right. They pastors finna be doing all this stuff. Now, you seen, like, and you right, Mark Hutchinson, when y'all was talking about all them pastors that was sitting down with all these Congress people. Just think about it. The unconcerned, and I don't understand why people don't think Flint, why we got a mistrust for the clergy.
Yeah,
you had the unconcerned pastors. Yeah, they took
you just showed us that. Why would I sit there and believe anything that you could ever tell me when you're not even addressing the problem, whether it come from the mayor's seat or the council seat or to the people? You address the people. That's your job.
Yeah. And you're right, Concrete, like Concrete said, like Keisha Denise pointed out the other day, Liddell used the fact that she's in a sorority to the front like she's doing the work for the people by making appearances with them.
That's not doing the work. Doing the work is getting on some gloves and moving tree trunks and cutting trees down and all that, and picking up, helping and overseeing the reconstruction of a sidewalk or a street or whatever. That's what your job is. Not sit around there and work for a sorority.
But you know what's going to happen?
The reason why I don't mess with them.
You know what's going to happen this year? You know how many cleanups they finna have?
They're going to have 1,000 cleanups just because you're going to say you did something, but the streets and sidewalks have been dirty for the last 3 4 years.
How many pictures are going to be took and going to be put on Facebook?
Millions.
You're going to see them. They're going to have, we doing a cleanup over here.
That's the reason why this other thing that I'm talking about, I believe is going to be more important, because now it's about accountability. And if we inform people like what we're trying to do here, that, hey, look, that's really not doing the work. That's just acting like they're doing something. How are you going to hold them accountable? How have they done anything in your community up until now? And I think for me, that's going to be far more effective than running for a council seat.
Yeah. See, I can't wait to go to when they hold their meetings. For we could go up there and get some. I'm just waiting for the Q&A, the questions and answers.
You know, the last time they wouldn't have let us have them.
I know they won't.
Okay, well,
this should be different. But like I say, I'm gonna hold them organizations who throwing these things. If they throw Q&As with these politicians, I don't care who you is. If you not letting be no Q&As, because I done seen how y'all play.
We ended up right.
I see how y'all done showed me how y'all play.
Right.
If that's how y'all doing it, should none of them people who rolling with them get elected? Really, we should be putting them type of people out of business.
That's my whole point of
this. To be honest with you. The whole
point of the Citizens Council is, if you're going to play this game and you're not going to allow people that you want them to vote for to ask questions, then we need to shut your organization down.
Yeah, because I'm serious, they should be shut down. I do not. The only reason why I didn't want to mess with it, because I seen how many people that you got to go through to do these want to throw the forms. That's the only reason I didn't want to mess with it. I already seen I don't like the players that's in it right now who's still controlling it.
Right.
Maybe in a few years they might want to walk away, and then I can come on and step in and do something like and start holding forms. You know what I'm saying? But like right now, up under this leadership, and you know, it's gonna be hard. I know you got to step on toes. And you know what I'm saying? And the people.
What the ex-client said about having big black boots.
Yeah, you stump them.
Okay.
Yeah, but but I gotta make sure I don't bring no enemies in the camp.
But you're gonna have them anyway because you're telling the truth.
Yeah.
You're gonna have. I told you that before. I'm gonna quit. No, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
We Sunday morning and Tuesday afternoon, we tried to speak truth to power every single time.
Facts.
And we're not talking about anything that I cannot back up with facts. I'm not talking about some emotional stuff. I'm not talking about, no, I'm not doing no crying about it. We have a broken community done on purpose by design. Mm-hmm. How do we fix it? First and foremost, you got to start talking to people. Mm-hmm. Second, those people that were put in place to pacify you, hold them accountable. Mm-hmm. If you're talking about whatever school that you go to, or if you've got some skills, like Miss Deborah Luna, your daughter got skills. Go teach some people. Even if it's simple powder wire light switch. She can make some money doing that. But that also means that she got to want to do it. Now, we have more power than we give ourselves credit for, but we're not using it properly, or we don't know how to implement it. First and foremost, if we're worried about this insanity with the calling young men instead of nephew and niece and young men and young women, nephew and nieces, young YNs and YBs, and that's become the norm, there's a psychosis in our community.
Oh, facts.
That's got to be cut out.
Facts.
And you can't replace it with people who are being predators on the same ideology.
Yeah, you're right.
So then, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, how we gonna clean it up?
No, but first and foremost, it's got to start with, hey, bro, how you doing today?
Facts.
Hey, sister, how you doing today? Man, you're coming from church, y'all looking good. That's what's up. Right. And I don't care nothing about whatever that's going on there, because that is only serving a few people. But are those people serving the rest of the community like they should? Going to work a job thinking you serving community don't mean nothing.
You're going to work to collect the paycheck to pay bills.
Right. That's what you're doing. You're giving your time to do that. That's what you're doing.
Facts.
Then what are you doing outside of that? What are you doing more than that? We should, each and every one of us on here that I'm very clear is conscious about some other things, should have a household full of people, 3, 4, 5 people coming over all the time, learning how to do stuff, having dinner, lunch, whatever, community. And when we get on spring break, which is the first week of April, for those of y'all who live around here, I want us to find some place to go have lunch together.
You heard what the brother said.
Okay. So that's the first week. I think my last day. Hold on, let me check my calendar real quick. I actually know how to do some of this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see. Calendar.
I'm thinking about putting something together too, bro.
Okay.
We still got to do that panel. I mean, I do want to, like I said, I want to get one of the brothers from the nation.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to get one of the brothers from the MTS, the More Science Temple of America.
Okay.
I want to get one of our the brothers that's in SUNY. I like I said, I'm gonna try to put something together, man.
Okay.
I want to get the different black scholars.
Okay. Yeah.
Try to see if I can get them together.
No problem.
On a panel.
Yeah.
See, I mean, because we got too much. We got too many different communities of thought not to be able to reach the youth.
And that's part of our
it's too many.
Right.
We got too many. I don't care if it's even one of the far as the black organizations, the NAACP or the Black Lives Matter. I would love to see one of them panels put together here.
Yeah, so that first, the 30th through the 3rd is we're out of school. So somewhere to where along in there, if y'all stay in the city, I want us to go have lunch or dinner or something somewhere, or breakfast even somewhere where we can go somewhere and have breakfast and kick it if you live around.
So we should be able to get at least 10 to 15,
Yeah.
if not 20 of y'all.
Yeah. If you live around here.
Yeah.
Well, definitely.
Put a 1 in the chat if y'all with that, family. Put a 1 in the chat.
And they hit that share like button too, because I only see that's the same like that started at 9:30.
Because a lot of the ones on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Most of the people came on the phone side.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's liked up on the phone side.
Okay, good.
That's why
That's all right. Okay, good. I'm good then.
Yeah,
and make some comments too, because I want to know. Fact. I want y'all to, if I'm wrong, if I'm off, don't get on there. We put it out there. Yeah. He posted, and then there's only one comment. The last time I got a comment from Sister Tia.
Yeah.
That was it. Nobody else. Come on, man.
For sure.
If we on point, fine. If we not on point, tell me so we can fix it. If we can do something different, just go on.
See, I've been waiting on this. Petty Fish, I'm trying. I'm trying. You know what? I'm gonna get to working on. I got to get with the different ones, because I would love just to see the different. Like I say, the reason a lot of time why I be saying it ain't got to be me, because I know certain ones fringe when they be like, oh, it's 8-10 behind it. They be, you know what I'm saying?
And it's not even about, okay, yeah. I'm gonna be behind it then.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Because what the biggest thing is, how do we? And here's the question: what is the solution to correct our community problems? That's it. I don't want to know. We're not arguing over your ideology or your philosophy. No. I don't want to hear that. I don't care. I want to know what are solutions that we can use to help improve our community. So number one, create community, and then how do we implement it? That's it.
Yeah. And it ain't just got to be just I'll take who, as they some call the OGs of the hood.
Them too, absolutely. Them cats got it.
The panel.
Them cats got it. They know. Yeah. See, that's the thing, is they know stuff, and it's being ignored on purpose. Why? Because you ain't out here hustling. Yeah. But I ain't never had to. Well, you put in 65,000 years working at General Motors, and what you got? I can go anywhere I want to when I want to, because it's my money and I ain't got to worry about nothing.
Okay, Conjuring Jungle said they comment is just a different. It's just different once the chat in and post on the video. You got to post on the video. That's
okay. Well, then y'all got to figure out how to do that part so I can see the comments. Not just on here, but I'm talking about when it gets posted later. Later I might see one or two comments instead of everybody that's making comments. Yeah, gotcha. And not just on here, but making comments afterwards. If you go back and review the video, I like going back to review the video. So I can see, I made a mistake in saying that, or I got to tighten this up. Yeah. Or listen, some days I may not cuss as much. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry. Sure. Let me tell y'all that right now. That's what I'm gonna say that.
So you got any closing remarks, brother?
Listen, family, these politicians are there for politricking. If we don't hold them accountable, facts, that's fine. But don't go in there on your emotion. Go in there with logic and being very clear about what the needs are in your community. And from that point, you can hold them to the fire. Stop listening to them preachers, because they ain't talking about shit. If they feed you spiritually, fine. But when it comes to politics, it's supposed to be a separation of church and state. Check it. They cannot talk about politics, and really, because if they do so, then there's other stuff they can't talk about anyway, because they hold a 501 status. So if they hold a 501 status, they're really not supposed to have politicians, and they're politricking. That's against the law. But send us your ideas too, so we can incorporate them. And like I said, last week of March, first week of April, I don't care. We can be the first. It could be the 30th, 31st, whatever. Let's go have lunch or somewhere, and to be a bunch of us. And I ain't paying for it now, goddammit, because I'm the teacher. So no, I'm just playing. If I got it, I got you. But let's find some time where we can go somewhere and enjoy each other's company face to face. And I'm gonna enjoy that. And on that note, family, love y'all. Have a great Sunday. Be careful out there if you're driving around. Peace.